Hey everyone, this is Kevin, your failed journalist, doing another live stream update on the movie theater situation as it pertains to America, also California, because that's where I live. A little bit of an update, some good news actually, and some more thoughts about Regal's decision to close all of their theaters yesterday. So, just in case you were not aware, Regal yesterday announced. Well, no, actually, not even yesterday. I think it was today. Yesterday, it was rumored that Regal would be closing all of their movie theaters in the UK and in America. Today, they confirmed that. Now, I was a little blown away by the news yesterday that I wasn't thinking, like, isn't there any outside the box thinking? But I did tweet that this seemed like such a wild overreaction to James Bond movie. And, I kind of still think that, but I still also understand where they're coming from. I don't know if Regal need to close all their theaters. Like, could they have left some of the bigger ones open, consolidate? I don't know. But that's not technically what this is about tonight. Because obviously, and I have stocks in AMC, Cinemark, IMAX, all those things. Stocks for all the movie theaters went down. They tumbled quite a bit because of what Regal's doing. Because, hey, if Regal's doing it, then other theater chains are probably going to do it too, right? And I'm not going to say they're not. They actually very well might. They might just have to do that right now. But Cinemark came out and they stated that no, they were not going to be reshutting down. They were committed to staying open and that they had the liquidity. In fact, they even detailed they have about $575 million worth of liquidity. It costs roughly $50 million to operate all of their theaters across the nation every month. That's what they say. So, without making a dime, they can keep the theaters open well into 2021. And they're not going to be making nothing. They will be, making some money. Now, that's not to say they might not close some theaters. In fact, I fully expect AMC and Cinemark to announce theater closings temporarily, but it's probably not going to be the absolute nuclear option that was what Regal did. I think AMC and Cinemark might kind of come together. Well, not together, but they might come together in their respective boards. They might lay out all the theaters they have, which ones are generating the most foot traffic, which ones are making the most money, which ones serves the most towns, and they will start closing down theaters based on that. Hey, this area has 3 theaters. Shut 2 of them down, leave this one open. It's the big one. This one is in the middle of nowhere, doesn't make any money. We'll close that one down for the time being. So I expect that they might actually do a partial shutdown at some point, but it won't be a complete shutdown. Or maybe Cinemark might even surprise me. Maybe they just won't shut down at all. It's really crazy to think about how this has shifted so much. Now, on a side note, in regards to Regal, the Regal CEO was asked if they would consider reopening again for Wonder Woman. And he said, yes, absolutely. But he added, but here's the thing, it can't just be one movie. There has to be something that comes after it. Now, that's an interesting comment because it's like, well, right now Free Guy is still scheduled. It probably will move, but for the time being, it's still scheduled. And it's scheduled before that. And before that, Soul comes out and The Croods 2 comes out. Now, I don't know if Regal and Cinemark would show The Croods 2 because by every indication, Universal is going to be using this as an experiment, like put The Croods 2 in theaters for like 2 weeks or 17 days, whatever that window is, and then put it to digital. I'll pay to see it in theaters. Thank you very much. I am not going to support that model. But who knows? So that's actually a few, decent profile movie pictures in a row that they would have. So, I don't know what Regal is like. Now, it's true that after Wonder Woman, there's not a whole lot coming out for a couple months, but it is also Oscar season. So who knows? All we know is that I think Regal pulled the nuclear button. I don't know completely why, although considering that a lot of the press surrounding it has been about Governor Cuomo not reopening movie theaters, which is amazingly frustrating. Yeah, grocery stores are okay, restaurants are okay, gyms are okay, bowling alleys are okay, but movie theaters are not. Yeah, I agree. So I don't know if there's like a political angle to this that Regal is doing. I would hope not, because that's a lot of jobs to be playing with, just to get it one man. But we'll have to see. So anyway, do I have hopes for the rest of the movie season? Not particularly. I think it is pretty much canceled at this point. But who knows? Maybe Soul will keep its place. Maybe Croods 2 will keep its place. Who knows what's going to happen. Maybe Free Guy will keep its spot. I don't know. Dune moved today, by the way. So, that's why I don't have like a lot of hope. But the news, as it stands right now, is that Cinemark went out of their way to make a big deal that they are not closing their theaters. They are going to stay open. Whether that's all the theaters or just some of them, who knows? We'll have to see. But as always, I'd like to know, what do you think? Are you going to be going to a Cinemark anytime soon? I would love to know. It should also be noted that Cinemark, by the way, doesn't have any skin in the New York game, because they only have one theater in New York, and it's in Rochester, so they're not really that affected by what's going on with Cuomo, and maybe that's helping make their decision a little easier. But I'd like to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.